Hello! What's happening? Hope everybody's well. David Talp here, bringing you another lesson module at nextlevelguitar.com. And I want to talk to you about another alternate tuning today that's becoming very, very popular, especially in the heavier types of music. This tuning, most people refer to this as drop C, and I'm going to show you how to do it on your guitar. However, it's actually drop D down a whole step. That's theoretically the name of this, but people refer to it as drop C tuning. Now, if you watch some of our other modules on tuning, you probably know what drop D tuning is. Drop D tuning is all the strings stay the same except the low E string gets dropped down a whole step from a low E to a D. So the strings low to high become D, and then the rest are normal. A, D, G, A, E, right?
E, A, D, G, B.
E, A, D, G. Sorry about that.
Dynamite, goodbye, Eddie.
Exactly. D, A, D, G, B, E. So the low E is a D in drop D tuning, which is cool. And I showed you in the previous module, if you haven't watched that one, watch that, how you can play a lot of one finger bar, just barred one finger and get those cool chords. Instead of playing bar chords where you have to spread your fingers, you can just do it with one, and that's neat. And you can do the same thing with drop C tuning, except it's a little heavier, because what drop C is, or drop D down a whole step, it's drop D, and then everything goes down another whole step on top of that. So it's really low. So your low E string is really flapping. Oops, turn some volume on. Okay, so think of it as drop D down a whole step. So your low E is now down 2 steps to a C. That's a C. And it's kind of a little flappy because not a lot of tension in there. So it might come out of tune, but stay on it. So your tuning now becomes, your strings are now C. Your A string is now down a whole step, so it's a G. Your D string is down a whole step, which is now a C. Your G string is down a whole step, so now it's an F. See, all the strings go down a whole step, and the low E goes down 2. The B string goes down a whole step. So instead of it being a B, it is now an A. And your high E string is now a D, down a whole step. So here it is low to high. C, G, C, F, A, D. Okay, low to high. C, G, C, F, A, D. And it's very heavy. It's a very cool tuning. I like it a lot. And a lot of bands use it all over the place. System of a Down, Godsmack. I mean, tons and tons of heavy. Everybody's using it now. It's very, very strong. Very heavy sound. I'm going to play a little bit. I'll play some riffs and you could hear what I'm talking about. So think of it. Most people know drop D. So think of it as drop D, but everything down another whole step on top of that. Okay? So drop D down a whole step. C, G, C, F, A, D. Alright? So, if we add a little distortion, you get some really see how heavy that is? Because this tuning is so low, right? So I could play a lot of riffs with these one finger bars. You know, and you get that really kind of so it's a really cool thing. You can really get really fast and play some. So I'm just bouncing around on the low E string, and just to show you how you can get creative and come up with different rhythms and play some really cool heavy things in this tuning and have fun with it and just move it around, right? And I was playing some pinch harmonics there and just messing around. So I want you to mess around with this tuning, and now you'll know how to do it. So if you have a chromatic tuner, you can tune with a chromatic tuner. If you don't have a chromatic tuner, you could say, well, how can I get my tuner to register a C? Very easy. I'll show you a little trick. If you know your notes on the neck, which you should know, if you get this close to C, just fret the second fret, which is now the first fret. If this is a C, you want to drop the low E down. First fret would be C sharp. Second fret, you want that a D. So fret the second fret, plugged in, and get it to come up D. Because if your low E string is C, the second fret will be D. See what I'm saying? C, C sharp, D. So you could fret notes and tune it that way if you don't have a chromatic tuner. Very easy to do. Okay? So try this tuning out. I think you're going to like it. You're going to see, if you like heavy music, you're going to see a lot of bands tuning to this. Some bands even go lower. They tune their low E string to like a B. Some bands A sharp. So they're going another, you're in C, another whole step below that. If you're in C, right, A sharp is another whole step below that. Man, that string is really flapping. That's why a lot of guys use, if they're that low, they'll use a baritone guitar, which is basically a standard guitar, but it has a longer neck, a little bit longer neck. So this way the string, you could stretch it a little further and it won't be flapping so much. Right? So experiment with different tunings. It's really cool. You can get some great sounds, and it's a lot of fun. So enjoy that, mess around, have fun, and we'll see you in the next lesson module. Take care.